now let's try again. And now much better. I can move the logo much faster using the spaceship. Right. Hi, and welcome to this video giving you a quick look at the script editor and how to get started coding with the D2Soft engine. You can write your games or apps using a basic-like programming language. Your code is then executed to run in our HTML5 client viewer. So to get started, go to d2soft.com/script/edit. When you open the page, you will see that there are some lines of code added to the text box. At that point, you can already click on Save and Run to execute the code. Take a note here in the URL that there's a generated UID for you, and this is important to keep if you want to be able to re-edit your code later on. So to get started with this simple code, click on Start. So you can see already here that we have a background that is blue, a title, hello world, an animated logo, and when I click on it, there's sound effects and particles, and the logo is hidden as well. So to exit the window, I can either exit the full screen mode or press escape. And if I scroll a bit, the edit source code is still available. I click on it, brings me back to the script editor. So we'll have a look a little bit of the code provided and have a basic understanding of the language used to program this application. So first, notice the variables that are declared in the beginning using the dim keyword. And at any point you want to add a comment, you can do so by simply adding an apostrophe. So here I'm going to write variables. So there's two types of variables here. We have type text and images. So also notice there's a background here, BG color, that is provided. So this is our blue background that is there. Later on here we have the title that is defined. So we actually are saying the text is hello world, and this is the coordinates. So we're actually putting this in the middle of the screen on X, and we are putting on the Y orientation the 100 pixel down. The font type is called pixel and it's of size 50. There's a color which is white, and here we have an effect. So this effect is applied to the text. Many times those effects can be applied to multiple types of objects, either text, image. So here we're doing a fade in for a duration of 2000 milliseconds or 2 seconds. Then here we have the logo, same process. So this time it's an image, and it goes get the tag of the image, which is called HTML5, and we put in the middle of the screen using middle X, middle Y. Then we animate this logo. So here we have the keyword anim logo, and we do a rotation which is only -10 degrees to 10 degrees. And finally we do here an event on this logo. So unclick logo, and we'll call one subroutine called explode. So this subroutine is defined here. So what happens when we click on the logo? First there's the sound there, then there's particles provided, and we finally hide the logo. So now that we have a first look of the demo here, so let's make some changes to this code so we can improve a little bit, or at least have fun with it. And here we're gonna, instead of using a static background color, we'll use an image as a background color. So in this case we're using the key command bg image, and there's a background with stars effect in it, so it's called alien_bg2. This is actually an image used in one of our tutorials. So if you go into documentation tutorials, look for Alien Alley. It's a really nice tutorial if you want to learn more about doing a space shooter. And we're applying an effect here to move the image down, so that it keeps scrolling in the background at a speed of 3. And actually take a note here that the image for the background should be of 640 by 640 pixels, so which is actually the size of the area we have available to display our application. And let's also change here the text for space. So the title will be changed now for space. And already let's have a look by clicking save and run. Alright, we see our title has changed. We see the background now this time is scrolling slowly with stars in the background. The logo is still visible. And we will go back to the source code. I would like this time to add a spaceship to my to my scene. So let's do that by first defining another variable we're gonna call player. So this is my spaceship as a player, and what I will do here, I will simply write player is equal to an image, and I will get the tag of my image, which is called alien_player, which is also found in the tutorial of the Alien Alley. And we will simply put it on the screen at the bottom in the middle of X at height of 500 pixels. So let's save that and just have a look if everything is working. There we go. We have our spaceship here. Now what I would like to do is be able to move it around and maybe interact with this logo. Let's go back to the source code. To be able to move my ship around, all I need to do is call the command drag and apply it to player. So this means I will be able to move the image around. And also what I want to do, I want to put a collision detection on my logo and my player, and I will call that to move logo. So what I want to do, I want to call a new subroutine. I will call here sub move logo. So anytime my spaceship will touch the logo, we will make something happen. So just to test it out if it works well, let's just do a beep sound effect and let's run that. Okay, so already we see I'm able to move my ship around, and when I touch the logo there's a sound. Okay, so that's good. And now we're missing maybe another part would be to move the logo around. And to do that, what I will do, I will call the move function. So this moves an object on screen. So I'm applying to the logo, and I will give random coordinates. So for the X, I will do a random coordinate, and for the Y, I will also do it. And I will give a range from 0 pixel 0, so from the left to about 600 on the right. So this will give me the logo within a visible view of the screen. And same thing for the Y. I'll just close the parentheses here. And what happens is that anytime this is called, it will move the logo to a new position. Let's save and run it. Alright, so give it a try. So I'm gonna just drag my spaceship, and then you see that it's being moved. Okay, so if I do a quick testing, I notice something, that the logo doesn't really move until the sound effect is done. Okay, for that reason is that for the, if I go back to my code, this command here will apply again only once all the commands are executed here. And as the sound takes a little bit of time, what I will do is I will pass a special command saying no wait. So this means that the sound will just play, and the application will continue moving on and will not wait for the sound to completely finish before it's ending the subroutine. So now let's try again. And now much better. I can move the logo much faster using the spaceship. Right. Okay, and if I go back to my source code, because if I click on the logo, it disappears. So let's do one more thing here. I'm gonna just hide this comment. I'm gonna comment this one, hide logo, so I don't want to hide the logo, and I'm gonna save it and run it. Okay. So when I click, the logo is still there. And now I can just move the ship around. And whenever I click with the mouse, I still have the effect. Okay, so this is a first look at how to code using the script editor. The commands also, these are giving you some guidelines on how to get started with programming using the scripting language. It's very similar to BASIC, so if you have some knowledge of BASIC, this can help you. But if you don't, it's simple enough to get started. And once you have enough of the understanding, you can start building bigger applications. And we recommend you go into the documentation, tutorials. Currently we have some tutorials available for you, so you can check the source code on those ones. So here is the game Alien Alley, and it's using some of the assets we just showed you. This is a game where you shoot the aliens, and all the source code is provided, and you can just start using that if you would like into a script. So thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in knowing more about the D2Soft engine, please do subscribe to our channel, and also keep a look into the documentation or website. There will be more information added over time. And if you like this video, click like, and thank you for watching. Have a good day.